what better way to celebrate David Cooper's 250th NBL game than to down the reigning champions before a raucous home crowd by 8 points. While our boys led for most of the game, including a 20-point buffer during the second quarter, the Tigers' never-say-die attitude made this game full of drama and excitement from start to finish. Magnificent performances by Ma, Hodge, Hill, Ballinger and Bruce, while Luke Sencher owned the boards with 22. The crowd certainly played their part in this one, with Melbourne coach Al Westover acknowledging the fact that the distinctive Holmes Dome is the best venue in the country. Fast start by the 36ers had the fans roaring early in this thoroughly convincing win against the Crocs. Townsville really troubled Adelaide for most of the game, and when the Crocs had a brief revival in the final term, it was Brett Maher who settled the side once again. Terrific performances from Julius Hodge and Aaron Bruce, as well as Adam Ballinger and Luke Sencher, better known as the Red Top Hoods. Townsville had no answers as the 36ers snapped the Crocs' 5-game winning streak. Previous 829 games of 36ers history, the first double overtime match did not go to plan as the Wildcats held on to win this incredible battle. Late quarter heroics and incredible finishes from both teams just added to the pressure as Perth snapped their own 3-game losing streak. A very deflating loss for coach Scott Ninnis. Adam Ballinger and Julius Hodge were superb. Ma, Bruce and Sencher also battled gamely, but it just wasn't meant to be, as another outstanding chapter in the Adelaide-Perth rivalry was written. It was a gripping, come-from-behind win for Adelaide over the Gold Coast team already missing Shane Hill, but having other players step up and play outside of their weight division. While the Sixers trailed for the best part of 40 minutes, they finally wore down the Blaze in an arm wrestle that saw the lead change 6 times in the last 5 minutes. Once again, Hodge and Ballinger led the way for Adelaide, while Ma, Sencher and Bruce made significant contributions to ice the game in the dying stages. A feeling of relief engulfed the change rooms at the end. So often, it's been the 36ers on the wrong end of a close encounter this season. This one was over at half-time as the 36ers started in blistering fashion to get a fantastic road win over a quality opponent. Adelaide led by 25 points at one stage during the second quarter as Julius Hodge's 31 points won him the Player of the Week award for round 15. Sencher, Ma, Ballinger and Holmes all had great games against a lethargic Melbourne outfit, finding ways to get into the game as the Tigers did their best to keep our big boys out of the paint. The Sixers completely outplayed the Tigers, something no other team has managed to do at the cage, making it Adelaide's second win in 12 attempts at this venue. There were no celebrations New Year's Eve on the Gold Coast as the Blaze jumped out to an early lead and with a more aggressive team on the night, as mental toughness and turnovers took their toll on our boys. Down by 5 at the half, the Sixers came out all fired up and took a lead after a 14-3 run. But the momentum swung around again and the Blaze went on their own scoring run to take care of the result. The good news was Julius Hodge won the Player of the Month award, being his last game for the club, and coach Scott Ninnis won the NBL's Coach of the Month award for December. Basketball as it should be played and promoted was how the advertiser's body notch described the game. The 6,307 fans who witnessed it at the distinctive Holmes Dome would have to agree. The 36ers put the dramas and distractions behind them as they held off a desperate Hawks outfit who hung tough for most of the night while dealing with their own injury problems. The third quarter belonged to Brett Maher as the captain hit 4 of 5 threes, but he wasn't alone in this contest as the law firm of Ballinger and Sencher were equally outstanding, and the energy provided by Polder Winatana and the athleticism of Brad Hill having the fans going home happy. The adversity and distractions might have been continuing, but it wouldn't affect the Sixers on this night as they took control of the game with a comprehensive 21-point win. Apart from Martin Catalini's interesting hairdressing techniques and the confusing refereeing decisions that followed, Adelaide played a good team game, with Luke Sencher and Jacob Holmes playing very well, allowing coach Scott Innes the luxury of resting them both for the final quarter. With Brad Davidson hitting 4 of 5 threes and playing well, Aaron Bruce and Polder Winatana on fire, the 36ers went on a 15-0 run in the third and fourth quarter to put the game out of harm's way. Making more good news for the club, Luke Sencher winning another NBL Player of the Week award for round 17.
Bruce, the underarm pass to Davidson. When he put the shot up, Winatana!